So I had a second mic, and I had Scro wear it last time, but he was loud. So he had his own mic, and he was already loud. Like, he talked loud. He's like, okay. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. I need my notes. Recording? Yeah, I'm recording that shit.
Perfect.
Hey, welcome to Soil Cycling number 11, the premier Southern Illinois cycling podcast. We are live in the Bike Surgeon beautiful back room. We've got Grant the mechanic hanging out, he's working, that's all he does. So who's with us today?
Jeff Mox.
Justin Pohl.
Gabriel Arnone.
All right. Hank couldn't be here. Rob can never be here. Rob, we miss you, but we know you have more important things to do, like training and all that stuff. We should probably be riding. It's Thursday night. We're not doing the crit tonight because, well, it looked a lot like rain. There was like a 60% chance of rain. I'm like, we better do a podcast. But, so I'm kind of like, it's pretty nice outside. Probably should be.
6 a.m. bike's right there.
Bike's right there. He's ready to go. Yeah,
we got a few demos.
We could grab some demo bikes and head out for the crit. I thought we'd start off the most valuable thing that we can do, the most important task or mission from our show. We have a mission, which is to get people out there, psyched up for riding in Southern Illinois and get them out to events. So I thought, let's talk about events. So I'm just going to run through this list real quick. I'm going to run through the list, and then we're going to talk about some events real fast. We can go back through them. So May 24th, 26th, Horsey 100. That is in...
Kentucky. I'm blanking out on the name of the
town. It's in
Lexington.
It's in Georgetown.
Okay.
It's a good ride.
So we'll come back. We'll discuss it in a minute. Let me hit this list. June 8th, Superman Ride in Metropolis. June 8th, Illinois Criterium Champion. That's only on this list because of you.
Thank you. Justin.
Put that on the list. That is not in Southern Illinois. June 15th, St. Nick's Brew Ride, DuQuoin, 10:30. So June 22nd, Soil Trans Am, another St. Nick's ride, Cave and Rock to Chester. June 30th, Klaus Park Clash. That is in Cape Girardeau. That is a mountain bike race. July 4th, Ridden Lake Ride. Now, that's something I'll talk about later. Don't really know. And July 13th, Tour de Donut. Did you add that, Jeff?
I did.
Good job, because I always forget about that ride. Tour de Donut. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. Now, first off, if anybody has, and listeners out there, I haven't checked this show email address. We've been getting so many emails I can't keep up. Actually, we haven't got one yet. But if anybody wants to, say, hey, don't forget we've got a ride, this ride, that ride, send it to us. Let one of us know. Post it somewhere. We'll catch it. I tried to find as many rides as I could. So this is kind of like, for me, like peak season. I love May and June riding. Sadly, I don't get to ride as much in May because school always goes crazy. But June, I'm getting ready to be out, and it's going to be bike. So let's start with Horsey 100. Tell us what's going on.
Well, I last did it in 2014. Just looking that up. And my friend Dawn really wanted to do it. We did a bourbon tour down in Kentucky over the holiday break, and we didn't get to hit as many distilleries as we liked, so we decided to find a ride to have a second chance. So I think I am going to probably keep it in check. I'm not going to do a century on that one. I'm probably going to do 43 on Saturday and 31 on Sunday. Again, I'm trying to help Dawn ramp up to her first century. And so I'm kind of going to be the coach and nag her on fueling and gearing properly and all that fun stuff.
There you go. All right.
Well, I have a little bit to add. Since I lived in Lexington.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Rode those roads a lot. Yeah, that works. So my very first year in Lexington, I had just got there for grad school, and I went out and I did the 100-miler on Saturday. And then I went to go out and do the 67-miler, the 100K on Sunday. We were leaving town, and you kind of go down this big hill, and you hit this concrete bridge, and go over, and you start the ride. And it was a mile and a half, 2 miles from the start of the ride. I lost the front end. The front end popped up, and I ended up sliding halfway across the bridge, cut my arm all up.
Yeah.
And ended up not doing that ride. Ended up having to go to the hospital because I was losing blood and everything. But never mind. It was good. And then then it was closed for COVID times.
Yeah.
So they didn't do it during COVID, so that took out 2 of my years while I was there.
Yeah.
And then the last year I was there, I did it, and I was stupid. I was like, I was full base mile training, so I did 100K on Friday, 100 miles on Saturday, 100K on Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't do their 100K, but I did my own 100K. But yeah, it was a good time.
Big miles weekend.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. It was a great ride. It's really well supported. You just show up and you ride off, and you kind of come back into town, and they take pictures of the start line, take pictures of the finish line. Nobody cares when you get there or when you leave, as long as you're back by the end of the ride.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. If you have an opportunity, you should go do it.
Anything to add, Gabe? Horsey 100. Ever even heard of it?
I've never even heard of it.
I've heard of the Horsey 100. It's a fairly new ride. It's not one. I want to say it's probably was come around 2008, 2009. I don't know. You know?
I don't know. I did it in 2014, and it was probably at least the 3rd or 4th time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not our super old ride, but I remember it getting a lot of promotion and hearing about it. Even though Lexington, Kentucky's kind of far from us, it's kind of in our, was it 3 hours away? Probably 3.5, 4. Okay, Superman ride. This is an old school ride. This is actually one of my first organized rides. I'm always really excited about it, but I don't go that often anymore because usually there's something else I have. Like last summer, I didn't go because I went to Tulsa. This year, I'm gonna do it. So Superman rides a Century in Metropolis. It's pretty much the same. It's been the same route for a long, long time. Kiwanis puts it on. It's your general charity ride. We'll have some hot shots there. There's always a bunch of heavy hitters from Kentucky that show up and ride pretty hard on the front. And you can definitely race it if that's what you want to do, or you can go have a family fun ride. There's the whole gamut of distances. Anything you want to add about Superman?
I got cracked on the hill last year.
Cracked on the hill? Yeah.
I've never done it. That might be a ride I might try to hop on.
Oh, it's
some other people.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Doing it,
I'll be doing the 60.
It's flat, and then it goes uphill, and then it's flat again. That's it.
There's two climbs of note, and both of those climbs are places where, if this was a race, that's where I always
selection.
That's where the selection's made. I usually make it till the first climb's around Joppa, and it's not steep at all. It's just it's like a drag. It's like a 3% for half a mile or something, I feel like. And then there's a killer hill. Is it Tig Hill, or it's got a name? It's one of those hills that actually has a name. And it's short and sharp and tough. So, anyway.
I will say the week before that, both those rides, I think the 2nd of June, there's an Enduro in St. St.
See, I don't even have Enduros. That's beyond me, the Enduro world. I know if we had Barry here, you guys could talk Enduro.
St. Gnarls. St. Gnarls Enduro.
Bro.
It has a urban stage.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I might go do that.
Okay.
You should.
So that's in St. Louis?
Yeah.
All right.
St. Charles.
Let's talk Illinois Criterium Championships, which is somewhere up north.
Yeah, it's in Elmhurst Park in Chicagoland. So I won't be at the Superman ride this year because I'm doing that. Don't go look at my work computer and look how much I've been stalking the competition. It's been a little ridiculous. But yeah, so I'm gonna go there, try to win a jersey. And if I win the jersey, I will ride Cat 4 the rest of the year. So I can wear the jersey, and then if I don't win, I will Cat up to Cat 3.
So you're gonna go for Cat 4 state champion.
Yeah, why not?
That's sweet. All right, cool.
It's gonna suck.
I think you can. I know it depends on you. This whole Cat system. Who knows who could be there, right? Yeah. But if it's a true Cat 4 race, you probably shouldn't even be in it. But if it's a true Cat 4 race, you should win it. I think.
There's one guy there that's definitely bashed with me, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well,
he's racing the 35 plus. I didn't throw my hat in that ring.
Yeah. Make him do all the work.
There you go.
So, anything? Is it going to be a big event? Do you think there'll be?
Yeah. So it's part of an Omnium.
Yeah.
So there's the Saturday race in Elmhurst, and then the Sunday race is actually in Kankakee.
Yeah.
At Cobb Park. So it should be a good time. I'll see about winning an Omnium there as well. Because you get a cool jersey for that too. So let's see how many jerseys I can collect in a weekend.
Sweet.
Hopefully 2. But yeah, it's supposed to be a pretty big event. It starts pretty early in the morning. I'm going to say 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. It goes till dusk, I think. So
Sweet.
Should be a pretty good thing.
So let's talk Brew Ride, St. Nick's Brew Ride. These are pretty low-key events, pretty decent turnout. There will be a fast group. There will be a slow group. There will probably be a group that gets dropped from the fast group, maybe with me in it. It's 40 miles, 50 miles, and ride from DuQuoin to Scratch. They've been doing these for a while. Very flat, but it's lots of turns occasionally, lots of right angles. It's hey. Hello, computer. It's a really good ride. The main thing I want to say is you don't have to be in the club to come do this ride. This is open to anybody. Come show up, have fun. If you haven't been to Scratch Brewery, I'm not a brewery guy or anything, but it's a cool place. It's very hippie, pretty chill, I guess. And you can go drink like some dandelion beer. I don't know. They probably put all kinds of weird crap in their beer. What do you think, Grant?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Got a whole bunch of weird
Grant
things.
knows.
Grant knows.
My uncle.
He knows hippie. He's wearing some Air Jesus ones in the shop right now.
With his Simpson socks, you know?
Yeah, if this is an audio medium, so Grant right now, our mechanic, is wearing like some. Are those real Birkenstocks or fake?
They are. They're
Real Birkenstocks with some socks that have some kind of duck or something.
Homer Simpson.
Oh, Homer Simpson. Okay, yeah, it's yellow. So socks and sandals. That is definitely a fashion.
It's OSHA approved.
It's ocean proof. Okay.
It's not bike surgeon approved though. I get onto them there.
Yeah. You can't wear your flip flops to work, kid.
Yeah.
I'm yelling now. All right. Anyway, I just want to wrap up that brew. But anybody want to add anything about a brew ride?
A lot of fun.
A lot of
Is that
fun.
a Saturday?
They're free. It is a Saturday, June the 15th.
That says 5 a.m.
It's
No. That's 10:30 a.m. Sorry.
10:30.
Wrong weekend.
Wrong weekend. I don't have the 10:30 a.m. And guys, I mean, I'm telling you, one of the fastest rides I've ever done was one of these brew rides. I think we were like, me and Luke Reagan were dropping the hammer one day. Eric was there. We were just like killing it. And it's a lot of straight roads. Okay, 22nd Soil Trans Am, Cave and Rock to Chester. You're out.
I'm out because I'm doing the Tour de Corn.
You're not interested in that.
I'm racing down in Arkansas.
What are you racing in Arkansas?
Tour de Hernando. It's a
Okay. UCI Cat 2.2.
no. It's a
Tour de Net.
it's like an 8-mile circuit race and then a crit on
Dang.
Sunday. So it's gonna be brutal.
This guy, he's like going to be a freaking Midwest champion.
Hey, we try.
Sweet.
West East.
West, East.
North, south, east, west.
All right, well, Jeff has done this. You've ever thought about it, Gabe?
I think about it every year.
Yeah.
I usually can't. With Saturdays are rough. I'm usually here at the shop.
Yeah,
But,
you mean-
I thought about this year, possibly trying to like meet the group
Yeah.
someplace like in the middle.
Yeah.
So
You're
I don't have
going
to shuttle pretty much.
It's a lot of shuttling. It's a great ride. So this is a ride the club puts on every year. It's like, right now, again, if you want to do this ride, you can do this ride. You don't have to be a club member. In fact, you don't even have to pay. I did this ride for a long time. I just show up and ride as much as I wanted and then leave the group.
Is that a Donnie approved comment right there?
Donnie,
Don't
I
listen.
don't think he's listening to this podcast. Donnie, if you are listening to the podcast, everybody show up. Donnie will provide free service to the ride. He loves to help out people. If you have a problem, he'll pick you up and take you where you need to go. Yeah, I'm making that up. This ride is not supported much. It is supported. They will transport your gear. If you're not paid, I wouldn't ask to throw your gear in a truck, but I'm pretty sure Donnie would make you a sweet deal. You can go to Cave and Rock and camp. You can show up at 5:30 a.m. and just jump onto the ride. And like I said, if you want to carry your own gear from Cave and Rock to Chester, you probably wouldn't have to pay. The roads are free, guys. Get out there and ride. But this is a great ride. The official ride, you have a cabin in Cave and Rock. I think it's like $70, $75. They give you a meal Friday night, and then the next day. This is a VIP experience, by the way. I was supposed to like me and Donnie. I was supposed to be like promoting the VIP experience, and I kind of forgot all about it. So, but so 135 miles. Gene and Katie will lead a very I would say brisk touring pace. Sean Hargis will chase us around. Usually since he doesn't want to ride by himself, he'll find reasons to like hang out somewhere, and then so that way he can like double our brisk turning pace and catch us at some point, like turn it into a little like, I don't know, hare and hounds event across the state. Really, really cool ride. If you've never rode that far, this is a great chance to do it. Anything else you want to add, Jeff?
Yeah, AWOL. Don't forget your food this year.
Yeah. Is AWOL going?
No.
Is AWOL going?
I think he was.
Shade.
Yeah.
Rome.
I think last year he was bonked out. I know it was us three, me and you and AWOL finished together, and he was kind of starting to like talk funny or something, if I remember right. I don't know. Okay, next up, Klaus Park Clash, the Clash. I am the only one here that's raced that. Right?
I've never raced it. I've ridden it.
You've ridden there.
I've ridden there. Yeah.
Klaus Park. Not a whole lot to say about this except for one important thing. It's in the Grand Prix, the Soil Grand Prix. That's the only reason I'm going to be there. So think about that. If you're a race promoter, the only reason I'm coming to this race in Cape Girardeau is because we put it in our pretend series. So maybe if you're a race promoter, freaking make a series. You don't even have to give out a prize or anything. It doesn't have to be all that official, but it means a lot just because of the fact that I will definitely go to this race and be higher than Sean Hargis when it's over, because he's not going. Sean, you're not going, are you?
But if he does, Glendale can be his drop race, and he just has to show up to the next two.
Yeah.
I'm up in the air now because it is going to be leading into cross season, and I do need to get more time on the mountain bike. And I told myself, come July, I'm doing nothing but riding mountain bikes, which means I'll be riding after work a lot at the Touch of Nature.
So I'll just say that last year when I did Klaus Park, I got sick. It's really twisty and turny, and about the second lap, I started getting motion sickness. I got kind of dizzy. I know how to fix that now. I've learned about the powers of ginger. That stuff helps with motion sickness. I've tried it a couple times. Dramamine, not so much. You probably get sleepy and fall off your bike, but they make a ginger version, and it does seem to help me. I've tried it. But it's a really great course if you like. It's kind of cyclocrossy, I guess, in some ways. It's not Glendale. It's not Touch of Nature. It's really just like a track through a park that goes up, down, left, right.
Is a cross bike the fastest?
It's too. It has bumps and stuff.
I mean, it's got roots and bumps and rocks in it here and there. Cross bike, you'd probably end up flattening on some of the. It's got some gnarly, some fast downhills.
Okay.
You probably want more tire too.
Okay.
But yeah, you could probably ride it on a cross bike as long as you
I have a mountain bike.
took it easy. The Rin Lake ride, that's just, I'm going to try maybe next year to make this more official. I thought about it. I called a ride at Rin Lake on July 4th, and we had like kind of the group from Mount Vernon came. We had a fun ride. Mm-hmm. So I might try to promote that a little bit more this year. Do sort of maybe a test event. I haven't decided. We did like 40 miles last year. But yeah.
You had a pretty good group last year.
We had like 12, I think.
Yeah.
What kind of ride is
like
it?
We just road ride.
Just
Just
group
Okay.
a group ride. Just a fun group ride.
I didn't know if it was going to be on the
Trail.
trails there or not.
No, we
Or
did.
if it was gravel or...
I don't think we did any. We did a couple almost gravel roads, and a lot of those Mount Vernon guys ride their gravel bikes at all times. They're ready for everything. So, yeah, we could throw
When
some
is that?
gravel in.
The
July
4th.
4th?
July 4th, yeah, which I believe is probably a Tuesday. So I think I looked, but I keep thinking about like trying to make it somewhat more official and put it underneath the Rin Lake Bike Club banner. But and I'm like, well, maybe next year. But that was been on the back of my mind. So we'll see how many people show up. I'll try to promote that. Tour de Donut. I don't know anything about it.
Nothing at all.
I mean, I know it's a race. I know there's donuts, and I know Gene and Katie love it. It's
Yeah,
never been something I've really wanted to do.
It's up in Staunton, so on 55, just a little bit northeast of St. Louis, so it's not very far away. It's a 34-mile race. They have 2 stops where you can eat these ginormous glazed donuts, and every donut you eat, you get 5 minutes off your time.
Are they bigger than a regular donut?
They're about this big around. I don't know how to
Oh, they're
describe
not like Krispy Kremes.
it. No.
Okay.
No, they're probably at least 3 times as big as a Krispy
Oh
Kreme.
gosh. Okay.
No shot.
I think I
Yeah.
could destroy this race.
So yeah, and so Jean and Katie is a beast about how many donuts to eat, and she'll be yelling at you to get them down quicker. I think we all did 9 or 10 donuts
My God.
last year. Yeah, so I won my age group. Katie usually will win outright. So this year I think I am going to try to race it just without the handicap, just not eating at all, and just see what I can do.
So it's 34 miles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
So you took 50 minutes off your.
45, 'cause I only had 9, so yeah.
so he cut his time in half.
Yeah.
His finish time was 52 minutes.
Yeah. I was trying to math it out.
Gabe, you could maybe make a negative split on this, negative time.
Yeah, I
Like,
know
show
that's
up with,
that's what I was trying to figure out.
negative 5 minutes or something.
But you have to
too.
ride an extra like 3 hours to burn on those calories, or just don't eat the rest of the
I
day.
don't really care about
Okay,
that.
fair enough.
We can see. Well, you guys can't see. Everyone else can see. I don't care about the calories.
Yeah.
But it's a nice ride. It's a lot of fun. They have all kinds of prizes at the end, so.
You
And
might get me to go.
It's probably. I mean, I didn't know it was as big as it is because I was looking at the website and it says like 1,200 people,
Yeah, there's quite a few people.
which that means a lot because I've always heard about how competitive Gene and Katie are on this, and I'm like, I thought it was like maybe 100 people do this, so that's a big turnout. So guys, congratulations! I didn't realize that's probably the biggest bike event in Southern Illinois. I mean, for people wise, it's beating Dirty South at 1,200 people. It is in Southern Illinois. That's a massive thing, and it's one of the things I've always heard about, but I didn't really know much about it.
So St. Nick's they usually have a little tent there, and there's probably 10 or 12 of us from St. Nick's that go every
What's the elevation? Is it flat?
It's a couple rolling hills. It isn't too bad. I can't remember the elevation.
Wanna be my
Maybe
domestique?
1,500
I was going to say,
feet
you
out.
trying to roll this?
Yeah, I know. Justin's gonna be my
I was going to
domestic.
say, I think we could probably finish it in like 75 minutes. Me, you, Scro.
Yeah, I think you could.
And then we just eat like 6 donuts and call it a day.
I just think that there would be some people who would be like, is it that they have the right combination of speed and professional eating skills? Like, what
Yes,
makes them so good at this? Is
You definitely got to balance that. So 614 feet of elevation. So
Oh, yeah, no, it's
pretty
flat.
flat? Yeah, flat.
flat. Just
We
a
get
couple-
more than that on Saturday mornings.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Maybe I'll put that on my calendar this year. I mean, that looks fun.
Yeah,
okay.
it's fun.
All right, race recap time. This podcast, this would be a good place for a sponsor break if
Yeah.
we had a sponsor, but we don't. I guess
by-
Bike Surgeon. Come
Bike
to Bike Surgeon, talk to Gabe, get a bike. Race recaps. Ride to the Sky and Sunday Crit.
So that
I was not there to talk about it. I mean, I was there, but I wasn't there.
That was fun. I got the wild hair up my butt because there was talks of like, let's put Ride to the Sky in the Solo Grand Prix, and it never quite made it there. but
Probably
that's
should have.
That's like say it never quite made
Very
it there. But at the
competitive.
same point in time, it was very competitive. We finished in 2 hours.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. The 60-mile route, 53-mile route.
53.
53 miles and very hilly.
It was very hilly, very rolly. We had quite a few people, and then it just slowly faded down to 5 of us. It was me, Gabe, Scro, Nate Jones, and Austin Hines. Both of those are from Paducah. And it became a slugfest up every single hill. Gabe had a chase back on after every hill.
I got dropped twice. The climb before Blue Sky, which is pretty. I don't know.
That's
that's a pretty long climb.
That's the biggest climb.
So I got dropped there and then clawed my way back like right when we were probably passing Blue Sky. I was like back on.
I never even realized we passed Blue Sky.
Yeah,
I was breathing out of my ears.
So I was back on once we hit that and then descended after that and then got dropped up that climb coming out of Blue Sky and then like soloed back up to the group. And yeah, it was an experience. It was tough.
Nate was their sprinter from Paducah.
And
Austin sat on my wheel, and I looked at him. I was like, "Hey, are you gonna be my buddy the rest of this time?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "I mean, are you gonna follow me around the rest of this time?" So I attacked a few more times and got followed along.
I guess I didn't realize they were working as a group, and then all of us. I guess
Team Bike World.
Yeah,
Team
they were
Team
wearing
BW.
same jersey, I believe, but Justin and I and Scro did not work together.
Yeah.
And
Team Surgeon had too many big egos.
yeah.
Team Bike World beat Team Surgeon because they could not coalesce as a team, guys.
Yeah,
Learn
well,
your
that's
lesson.
what happened.
So
Scro didn't even realize where the
Scrub
race
probably
ended.
just pulled the whole time without even
No.
realizing it.
no,
It
it was. I
was
would
a
say
3-man effort.
pretty.
3-man.
Yeah, I'd say all 5 of us did a pretty good. Yeah, pretty good job at sharing the load.
Wish I could have been there.
But yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So what happened, Golson?
I got dropped on the first hill, Honker Hill, which I wasn't really like. I don't know. Like I didn't realize. It's one of the things where like I wasn't going as hard as I could have. By the way, I'd gotten a root canal 2 days before this race, and I don't know if that would make an effect on me. But I got a root canal.
I know what did make an effect. We got to Honker probably way before you were thinking we were going to get to Honker, and Golson goes flying past me. Justin and I are just kind of like rolling on the front, like kind of setting pace, and Golson goes puppy pawing past me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if he realizes half a mile up this road that
Yeah.
Honker's about to hit.
I remember I looked over at him and I go, "Oh look, Honker," and he goes, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I've been like a lot of these like crit videos. You know, if you watch them, you know, and this has been in my mind too. It's like you don't ever want to waste momentum. And a lot of times I found myself being as fat as I am to have like a lot more momentum than you guys, or it seems like I do. And sometimes it just seems like I'm like, do I brake so I can stay in the group, or do I just roll off the front? And then when you roll off the front, I was kind of like, I'll just keep going, you know. And then, and then I was feeling really, really good. And then I was like, the moment you said, "Hey, Honker's coming up," I was like, what? Where are we even at? Like, I forgot the course. Like, I did zero homework. I thought we were gonna like skip Honker. I was like, I didn't know we were, and then I didn't know what road we were on. I was like completely just like in the zone, you know. But like, so we went up Honker. I was like pretty much max heart rate before we even got to the hill, and then I was like, I'm just gonna take it easy. And then Rob had a flat shortly after Honker. Kind of getting into the Devil's Kitchen area, and I stopped to help him, and that was my mistake. Rob I should have said, "Bud," you know.
That's
you
not
know.
the rest of us. So Rob, so some gaps start kind of opening up.
Yeah.
Even on Spillway, and Rob comes up next to me. He's like, "Are we actually racing this? Like letting gaps open up?" And I was like, "I'm pretty sure like this is a full on drop ride." And sure enough, he gets a flat, and someone next to me goes, "Are we stopping for him?" And I go, "Nope."
Sorry, Robbie. That's why he doesn't show up for these podcasts.
I helped Rob with a tire tool, and I should have gave him my spare tube because his tube he had spare TPU tubes. I recently did a video about how much I like TPU tubes. He had a TPU tube flat, and then his spare one blew up or something.
I
his
think
valve,
the stem broke off.
stem broke. The stems on these cheap TPU tubes, maybe he had good ones, not cheap ones like me, but they were like made of plastic. They're not good. It was like they're like rubber almost, and so I think he broke it off. But sorry, Rob. I should have stayed with you a little longer. I was like, "You'll catch me," and I gave him my tire tool, talked to him for about a minute or two, and then he was messing. I said, "I'm taking off." Rode really, really hard, thinking I was going to catch on for like an hour. I rode pretty hard with it, you know, it was like good pace for me. And I'm like, why am I racing guys that are like 5 miles up the road? So then I stopped and hung out.
Were you catching some people? Because
I never caught anybody, but
shelling.
yeah,
But-
there was some shelling.
I think what was going on is that a lot of people did not take the 53-mile route. Like I should have caught AWOL, but he took the 49-mile route. So he knocked off that little bit. Plus, while I thought I was holding a good pace, I stopped. I checked it. I was 3 minutes standing there talking to Rob. I was probably a minute behind. I was 4 minutes behind by the time I left Rob. And then you climb straight up that what's it called? Kitchen and Out or Devil and Out, that hill right out.
That hill's so steep.
I basically got on my bike and started climbing. I was probably 5 minutes, 6 minutes back, 7 minutes back. I'm not going to catch anybody. I mean, unless I just stop and take a break or something. So I was like, I should stop and take a break. And then I had a lot more fun than riding by myself when I hooked up with the St. Nick's crew and finished it with them and Rob. Rob was back on. Okay, race reports. Glen Vegas Gambler. Okay, tell us about
Yeah,
Glen Vegas.
It was pretty fun. Good showing. You know, it's continuing to grow. So on that aspect, it was great time. My race didn't go quite as planned. I think I got maybe, what did I say, 5th or 6th in expert class. My buddy John, his bike broke like on the way up here from Virginia. So he actually used my bike, and then I raced on one of the shop demos, an Epic World Cup, which technically should probably be the faster bike.
60, I think that's faster than what you're currently riding.
I don't know. I think it probably is the faster bike, but it is like a race bike.
Yeah.
And I felt it for like a week after.
Yeah.
And I had one ride on it probably like a month before.
You might have been feeling your fit being a little weird on it too.
Yeah, so my low back was like killing me, but
Yeah.
that bike is really, really fast. But I don't think my body appreciated it. So I don't know if I would have been faster on my own bike or that bike necessarily, but it was a good time. The one weird thing you were talking about, Klaus versus like Glendale, if you get dropped off a group or just like a couple people, you can be like 15 seconds behind someone at Glendale and you don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to
And you may never even see him again.
And literally they might only be one turn ahead of you and you won't realize it. So there was like one section of switchbacks on the lagoon loop, and I could sometimes see someone in front of me or behind me. But that course is, you and Hank kept on, I think on the videos are saying like brutal or tough.
Which one? Glendale?
Yeah, Glendale. I don't know if that's I want to use those terms, but
Did I say brutal?
Brutal with 2 O's, capital O's.
Yeah. It's the wettest, most brutalist ride.
No.
The toughest ride in the it's Glendale.
It's a tough ride, but afterwards people hung out. It was a good time.
It's a good time for sure. I used to think of Glendale as one of the easiest trails in Southern Illinois because I used to be like a real mountain biker, like an east side mountain biker, and rode a lot of tough riding. And then now I'm pretty much barely a mountain biker, and I go ride Glendale, and I'm like, this stuff's hard, man. There's like,
I think it's hard when you race it.
Anything can be hard when you race it. I mean, Klaus is hard when you race it, and there's like I said, you could probably ride it on a road bike if you had to. So, what made Glendale brutal to me, if I called it brutal, is wet and a little slick, but not too bad, just a tiny bit. But it just seemed like, I think this is the effect of racing it. It's like, for me, you're always on it, and that's kind of normal on a mountain bike race. Until you got to the lake loop, you're always on it through there. And so the lake loop did give me a chance to kind of recover, and that's your buddy John. I think we rode together quite a bit. I'm not sure. There was somebody that I rode with a lot on that. But I beat Hank! We'll just throw that in there.
Yeah.
Beat Hank.
I think it's the climbs. They're so steep that you can't chill on those climbs at all.
It's all out effort. Pretty much, it was a really strong effort for me. I went really hard. Funny story. I needed to pee at the start line. I decided that maybe I needed to drink more, so I was like gulping down all kinds of fluids before this race. A little extra caffeine, so to give me the edge. And I'd peed about 4 times that morning, and I go to the start line, and Philip was talking, I think, and I was like, I almost yelled, I gotta go pee. I was like, almost did it, and I was like, I don't want to be a jerk. And so I was like, it's gonna be fine. Once I get racing, I'll forget about it. And right after roller coaster, I was like, I gotta make a choice. Either pee now, or stop and pee, or just pee. I was like, I've got to do it. So I stopped in the middle of the race and got about 10 foot off the trail, and I was just peeing. And I think John come by. I think he come by. That's what.
I think he has like an issue with his Garmin or something. He stopped at the bottom of a roller coaster or something.
He rode by me, and he's like, mechanical? And I said,
mechanical.
I was like, yeah, I'm leaking fluid over here. But I lost some time. I'd gotten ahead of Hank there. I thought, well, this is where he'll pass me and I'll probably never see him again. But he didn't. He got close to me, but I got back on my bike and stayed ahead of him. So, yeah, I was really happy to not blow up. Had a really good ride. Felt good.
Yeah.
Other than my back hurting the whole time.
Yeah.
But
you can't compare times. That's the only
Yeah.
downside of, like, we added that little section on.
Yeah, there's a little bit more, but I really enjoyed that switchback. I love that switchback climb. That's a killer climb. And that was the new part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baby's
You
arm.
have the descent, and then the climb out.
Yeah, that's a great section of trail. Okay, Tuesday Night Twilight on Thursday. Now officially Tuesday night.
Thursday Night Twilight.
Now officially Thursday Night Twilight on the Facebook group.
That's sometimes Sundays.
Sometimes
That
Sunday.
is only one time has been Sundays.
Yeah. We had a great group last week.
We did. It was a lot of people. And hopefully, if Gabe and Robbie show up again, we can have a few more people.
Yep.
And who were we missing? Maring.
Yeah, Jeff wasn't there. Christina.
I'm trying to get a ladies group going. So
Yeah.
trying to get Crystal out. What is her name? Who keeps showing up? I'm so sorry.
Abby.
Abby. Yes.
Yeah. Our
Abby. Our bot. Yes. And maybe I could talk Trish into coming out. Pat said he might show up.
Yeah, didn't Trish say she was going to come to the next one? Somebody told me that.
Well, I think Pat was talking about coming to the next one, but they got things tonight, so
Yeah.
and we have things tonight, so
Yeah.
maybe next week.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, the one we did on Cinco de Mayo, when we went to have tacos
Yeah.
afterwards, your movie recommendation, Tour de Pharmacy, I had to go watch it that
This
night.
guy.
Oh my God, that is
Never
funny.
seen
So-
Tour de Pharmacy?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
So if anybody's listening that hasn't seen it, go watch this.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's
That's,
a classic.
that's actually my Strava profile picture.
Yeah, it's the German guy, right?
Yeah.
Probably Dolph or something in
Yeah.
the movie. I don't remember. He's
Uh,
huge.
Yeah.
Oh, and
It's
that's
John Cena.
It's
John Cena, yeah. He's a beast.
Yeah, so it was good.
Very funny movie.
So the Cinco de Mayo ride was the Sunday after Race to the Sky or whatever.
Yeah.
And we all went out, got tacos afterward, just to kind of celebrate.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We should.
Celebrate the absolute destruction of the legs. So maybe once a month or so we'll do something a little bit more fun on a Thursday night afterward. But
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I didn't make the Sunday thing because I was there Sunday, but I was not really in the race. Like I got dropped on the first lap. I think it was at Root Canal was acting up on me.
that's what it was. It wasn't the 53 mile.
Yeah.
Before.
I think I have zero ability to recover because that day I felt like crap. You guys had all rode a lot harder the day before. I mean, I rode pretty hard, but I took it easy for a while, and anyway, I just had like nothing that day. Like it felt like maybe I was dehydrated, and just like I could not go, and so pretty short race for me.
I was just hoping and praying Hargis wouldn't keep attacking.
Yeah.
He actually showed up, which was cool.
Yeah, we had Hargis there on Sunday. He could make some Thursdays, but I would say that's a super tough for him. It's hard, tough for everybody.
It's tough for a villain.
Yeah.
Tough for a villain. Yeah.
Yeah. The villain did not win. Sean got second or third that night.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember.
I won.
It
But
was you and AWOL. AWOL was second. I was really
AWOL's been doing well this year.
Yeah, I was really proud of AWOL seeing
Training
him
up.
rolling in front of Sean Hargis because not a lot of people beat the villain of Southern Illinois cycling. But AWOL did. He's a hero. And so the next Thursday last week, I won my first crit. It was,
Congratulations, Golson.
Yeah, thank you. It's actually the second time I've won a crit. Well, I guess I've won a circuit race back in the day against Sean Hargis. That was Geo
Yeah.
2015, I think. But I felt pretty good that night, and it was a special. I put an asterisk on it because, it was definitely not a all-out race. It was kind of like a workout. You just paced us the whole time.
We were doing 22.
But
22.
It was windy. It was windy. It was fun. Felt good about felt good just staying on. And it really helps me when you don't attack. So, because that seems to be where I blow up. But, good times. Good to see Jeff there. It was good to see Abby there. We
Terry
had,
came out.
we had Terry
You guys,
there.
Terry?
It was awesome. Terry was, I thought he was with us at the end too. Like he did.
He got lapped.
He got lapped once, but I think he took a lap off to ride with Abby. So, okay, so that's our race recaps. We've talked what's coming up. We talked what's behind. I was just going to rant. This is just a short rant. This is completely off topic in a way, but yeah, Facebook. I hate Facebook. I need to stay off of it. The only thing that's good about Facebook is like organizing events and stuff and promoting rides and things. But yeah, I've been aggravated by I've been seeing all these stupid Garden of the Gods pictures. And it's like, there's like 10 different, I don't know what they are. They're like pretend organizations, and they'll put this picture, and it's the exact same text, and the picture's different every time. And I've been to Garden of Gods a million times, photographed it a million times, and I'm like, that's not Garden of the Gods. It sort of looks like Garden of the Gods. It's kind of like it, but it's not. It's
Is
like
it Garden of the Gods, Southern Illinois? Because there's a lot of Garden of the Gods.
Well, yeah, it could be a different one. They claim it is Southern Illinois.
Oh, okay, that's a problem.
I mean, in the post, they're like, Southern Illinois is a secret gem. And it's like some kind of AI bot, I don't know, creating...
Like Abby?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why that's not really relevant here, but if you guys see Garden of the Gods images on Facebook and you're like, those look a little funny, I know they're not real. And maybe I think they're AI generated. Okay, Jeff, you want to rant about something?
Yeah, I was just kind of crabbing about stages going under.
Yeah.
Especially after I bought an SB20
Yeah.
trainer.
And you got Rob to buy one too.
Yeah, well,
I mean, Rob, if you got it,
no,
but-
Rob actually, he had a trainer that recommended it.
Oh, okay.
And then he reached out to me, and I'm like, dude, before you buy it, why don't you come over and try mine
Yeah.
before you invest in it? And then I got Dawn to buy one, and I got another friend in St. Louis to buy one, and then they went under.
Well, it's not your fault, Jeff, that they went under because
Yeah, I tried.
They were going
Yes.
broke long before you were.
But what's interesting, when I was doing a little bit of homework on this, just to see what the latest was today, but to get ready for this, I saw that 3 executives from Stages went to Giant. And Giant just filed a lawsuit against Stages due to unpaid invoices. So I'm wondering
Oh.
if Giant is going to just acquire them then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll probably take over.
Yeah.
And
So
then they'll
hopefully
be-
they aren't dead, because they make really good power meters, and the trainers are rock solid.
So a lot of people make fun of their power meter. Apparently, I did not know this. I'm the proud owner of a Stages left side power meter that I bought really, really cheap on eBay, and I thought it works really good. It seems to give really reliable numbers, and I didn't know that these were actually called random number generators on popular on a lot of places online. On Bonk Bros. That's where they were making fun of it. Yeah, I was listening to Bonk Bros. and they were making fun of Stages. Which,
So,
yeah.
I think I've looked at them side by side with my trainer, and then also versus a Quark, and it seems like it might read a smidge high, but not like.
That's how I was winning. That's how I was winning in Zwift this year.
I think it was maybe reading 5 to 7 watts high, but it was
Just enough.
But we're not. You shouldn't be worried so much about if something reads high or low all the time. You just
Yeah.
want consistency.
Yeah.
And in my experience, it's been consistent. So
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, because
If you're using it to train.
my thought is the power number doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because me at 20, you at 20, you at 20, and you at 20, it's all different power numbers.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter what that number is. It's
According to my Stages, by the way, when that sprint where I was like trying to, it wasn't even a sprint, but on last Thursday I hit like close to 1,400 watts,
just, oh yeah, there's no shot I would have kept up then.
and yeah, and that's and some of that was seated, like it was.
That might have been a little high. 'Cause
Yeah, I know.
I was coming in hot, and I was only like I peaked at like 11:50.
I stood and hit.
What-
I stood and hit 1,000, and then my bike skipped a couple times, and then I got back down, and then
was your chain on backwards?
No, it was skipping. It just like is skipping at 1,000 watts, which I've never had that happen before. So maybe I need a new cassette. And then when I rounded the corner, I stood again, and that's when Stages said I got 1,350 watts. And then I sat down and freaking like. It was like this. It was like I'm so fat that like I think I'm better at a seated sprint than a standing sprint. Like I think I make about the same amount of power because I'm just barely touching the saddle. But I know when I was doing that sprint, like my legs were like flailing and I was like ah and screaming and all that stupid stuff. So I don't know if that's right or
It was
not.
a sight. So.
But, yeah, I'm sure.
He also comes bombing down my inside. Goes,
Yeah.
Inside! And he like shoves me out to the corner and then almost doesn't make the corner, so I'm like on the brakes.
Yeah.
So what did it say
bought-
you hit again?
1350, something like that.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got 1350 in you.
I mean, I've hit 1250 before a few times, and that was with different power meter. So this was probably the most wound up I've been. Yeah. Okay. What else you got? You got another rant here.
Well, it's not a rant, just kind of, I don't know, just struggling. You know, I've had a couple health things hit and backed off a bit over the holidays, especially after I did my Everesting. I think that just torqued my body quite a bit.
I've been thinking about that Everesting ever since you did it.
Yeah, I think that put me into a big hole. And I don't know, I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
Really, and I'm trying to get motivated, and it's like, what do you do to get re-motivated, you know? I talked to my coach today, and I told her, I think I want to back off of stuff. And she's like, you know what, I think we're going to switch you to heart rate training instead of power-based training. Just to, like, you know, try to just not get yourself taxed and just go and have fun. So
Scro and I were actually just talking about this last night on the ride, where we kind of had this discussion of, because I was like, I'm glad you got to come out, because he doesn't usually come out to a lot of rides, and I was like, glad you got to come out tonight. And he goes, yeah, man, I've been like trying to change my mindset from I have to ride to I get to ride, and just like it's a hard mindset to shift, but like just that one little word difference of like I get to ride is completely different. I kind of struggled with the same thing after COVID because I quit riding during COVID. Like I picked up golf. So, what? Yeah, I picked up golf. I got decent. Okay, I'm an athlete. But I struggled. So kind of what I did is I just started just going places on my bike. It doesn't matter if it's 20 minutes to the store and back. That's it. Like I just get off my bike and that's it.
yeah, I'm trying to like, rebuild a base because I can't hang with you guys anymore, and it's driving me nuts. And it's like I feel like it's keeping me from coming out and riding with you guys. But then I forced myself to come out to the crits this last time because I'm just like, you know what? Who cares? I get dropped.
Well, you remember
I'll
I
see
couldn't
you guys
hang
on the
with,
lap.
I couldn't hang with you the Sunday before. Like I couldn't, and you know you were riding. I don't know. I guess what I would say was probably for you, upper zone 2, up zone 3. I mean that Sunday we were like you were.
After I blew up.
After you blew up, right?
Because I blew up on the first lap hanging with you guys, and my
Yeah.
heart rate hit like 175, 178.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, nope, I'm dropping down to
Yeah.
a zone 2, zone 3 ride just to get my heart back.
Yeah.
So I do like periodization through the year. So like I put it like as soon as I found out when state champs were,
That was a race, right?
I'll put a big circle around it,
Yeah.
and I will run all the way up to that, and then June 10th when I get back from that trip, because there's a race on June 9th, I probably won't be on the bike for a few days. Maybe come do Thursday Night Twilight. Maybe ride mountain bikes that week a little bit, just mess around, and then I'm just kind of like on the slow taper back down for about a month, and then ramp back up whenever cyclocross state champs come up, and I get to circle that one too.
I don't know if I have a good solution for you. I know I go through. I think everyone goes through slumps or peaks, but I don't know. I think with my personal cycling stuff, it's for one I work in it, but then also I ride everything pretty much, and so a mountain bike, road, cycle more now than I probably ever have, but also I do lots of different events, or I try to do some road cycling events, mountain bike XC, enduro. I've not really done many road events. It's more like I guess these semi-fondo sort of things, but I'm open to doing other sorts of racing, so that kind of keeps me always guessing.
Keeps it fresh.
Keeps
doesn't
it, yeah. Keeps
You're
it
not
fresh.
like doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah. So like
You're
even
doing a freaking enduro,
and then I'm like Barry and I are maybe gonna go do the try. Like I've never done a try.
Oh yeah,
Sweet, we're gonna do try.
cool.
And so I don't know if I'm actually gonna do it, but it's like, no, if I wake up that day or whenever the registration.
And you talked about maybe doing Dust Bowl, which
Oh yeah.
we'll talk about Dust Bowl 100 in a future episode because I'm sure that Hank will want to be here for that one. I think. Are you signed up for Dust Bowl?
No.
Okay.
Hank said there's no way in hell he's doing it again.
Oh, Hank's not doing it? I thought
he said there's no way I'm doing this again.
maybe it's me and Hargis are doing it. Or Hargis is doing it.
I'm on the wait list.
You're on the wait list, so... okay. You did it. Did you do it last year?
No, I was
Okay.
on the wait list. I was actually on the wait list this year, and I dropped out. I can't remember why I did
Okay.
it. I think I had a conflict come up.
Well, getting back to your question, you've been on my mind a lot because you were flying, and then sometime it felt like almost around you did that crazy Everesting nonsense.
Yeah, that was Christmas break.
Okay, on Christmas break, and I'm like, I feel like you've not been the same Jeff this year as you were like at the end of 2023, fall of 2023. I was getting dropped from you like anytime we rode together. You were killing it on Zwift, and then I'm like maybe you just dug a big hole, and I think sometimes like we'll listen to these like freaking pros, and we like get a little all of us that are mortal men and women start kind of putting ourselves in a league we don't belong mentally. Like I'm like, if I go do a few hundred, if I do for me a 200, 300 mile a week, that's a lot more riding than I'm used to. Maybe that's screwing me up for like 2 or 3 weeks, or if I go ride really hard on a Saturday, maybe I can't ride hard on a Sunday, but as far as keeping it fresh goes, or staying motivated, I'm kind of excited right now. My brother's getting back into riding, and I kind of got him going. We met up this weekend, and I rode my gravel bike. He rode his road bike, and I rode from where I live to meet him. So I already had like 40 miles in the legs, and he was just stomping my ass. Like, it was so funny because I couldn't hardly keep up with him, and he's like maybe on mile 300 or 200 for the year. Probably not even that. He's probably on mile like 100. And I don't know if it was the fact that my gravel bike sucks or I suck or whatever, but like every hill he was driving me. And that was kind of fun. It was just something different. So, riding with other people and trying different things. But also, too, like, I was thinking my season is like weird in the fact that like I do tons of indoor training to get ready for Dirty South, ride Dirty South. And in my life in April, school gets really busy. I got like all kinds of end of year projects. I'm been working on like 4 different videos. I've got like all this stuff. It just all seems to happen right here at the end of the year. And then the weather, I quit Zwift in April. I always shut my subscription off because it's nice, and I'm like, I'm going to ride outside. And then I don't ride outside as much because the weather's usually not as nice as I think it's going to be. So I go from 120 miles a week or something, or like say like 7 or 8 or 9 hours a week, and I lose hours even though the weather gets nicer. And I think I lose a little bit of fitness too. So I'm usually pretty fired up. I mean, but it's really nice when you get a couple of months off in the best time of year to ride. So I'll get a lot of miles in the next month or so. But yeah, I'd say just try some different things and then quit worrying about like freaking performance and just ride your bike. I'm gonna ride on the same. Let's see, what is it on May 24th, Horsey 100. I would go do that ride because I've always kind of wanted to, but I never have. But me and my brother are going to we're going to ride to Bowling Green.
Oh, nice.
Now he's going to drive a lot of it, and I'm going to ride all of it. We're going to go to Cave and Rock, spend the night, and I'm going to ride to Falls of Rough, spend the night in Kentucky at a campground, and then we're going to ride to Mammoth Cave the next day. So that is going to be super chill, probably like 100. Second day is 120 miles, but I'll probably spend like 10 hours to do that. I'll probably stop 10 times and just try to make it fun.
I'm sorry for breaking your knee. That's all my fault.
Yeah.
I started the downward spiral.
Well, you gave me a little nudge and it got me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I just pulled a rookie mistake. So.
Yeah. That was maybe the start of your downfall.
Yeah.
In case you don't remember, he went to a cross race and fell down and hurt his knee. Yeah. Jeff did.
And then I think I just backed off too much.
Yeah.
And then I lost my fitness, and I just dug myself a hole on the Everesting, and then I got in my head, and then my blood pressure shot up, and it's just like playing whack-a-mole with all these things.
Sometimes you just have to step back from it. and then maybe do some. I mean, this is a cycling podcast, but I always used to think of myself more of just an athlete.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I really, start going to the gym, start doing some other things to keep up fitness, and you have a base to your cycling. Like, it comes back quick, and you can't get discouraged when you show up to a ride for the first time in 6 weeks and it's like there's some cobwebs there, and you blow those out. But
the other thing I've been trying to do is my friend Dawn is trying to do her first century this year. And so I've been trying to do some rides with her, and for me it's like a zone 1, zone 2 ride.
Mm-hmm.
But it's getting me on the bike, and it's trying to teach her how to fuel, how to shift appropriately to anticipate hills, all that stuff. So I think it's trying to bring back to me the fun of teaching somebody else how to do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You brought up your ride with your brother. I'm going to bring up a ride real quick. If anyone wants, this will not be probably a chill ride.
Oh, this is the XC thing?
Yeah, with Scro and Land Between the Lakes. He has a route that's like 70 miles. I think it's on the 25th, so not this weekend, but next weekend. And we're doing this on the 16th, so it's a Saturday. I think we're meeting at Wooden Wave, and then we're riding the north-south trail down to the South Welcome Center, and then we're riding gravel back up.
Okay.
So it's like the old Bald Eagle Challenge kind of route.
Yeah, I saw his post on that, and I was like, oh, shoot, I can't make it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I've got something else planned.
I'm going to be on the beach. Sorry.
Yeah. That looked like a pretty rad ride.
So as long as I'm not happen to be here at the shop, I'm going to probably try to do that ride.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I don't think we're not going to try to ride super fast, but that is a long day. So
and it's not flat.
And it's not flat. So if you're interested, I would maybe reach out to Adam Skuro or myself, and we might talk.
So how long you
But you know what you could do if you were interested in that ride and you're like, man, I don't know if I could hang with them. I mean, it's an out and back more or less. So, I mean, if I was doing that ride, I would probably start. I probably would turn around way before they do. And then hopefully meet them at the end.
If you want to say you were a gravel rider,
Yeah.
you could meet us at the south end.
Yeah.
And ride gravel. And then if you're a mountain biker, you could ride the north-south trail and then ride the trace. It's riding road.
Yeah.
But it's not a terrible road to...
Oh, it's a great road to ride.
Yeah,
Is it 50-50 then?
Yeah, it's pretty much 50-50.
Yeah.
It should be fast. I mean, it should be faster because once you hit the gravel, you're going to be flying.
Yeah, so...
15.
Guys, I think we're getting pretty close to the hour mark. Maybe we're a little past it. So anything you want to hit on? What are we at? We're at 58 minutes. Jeff, you got 1 minute and 39 seconds to fill. Go.
You know what?
I will push the Bike Southern Illinois forum.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good place. That's probably a good place to get in touch with us. St. Nick's rides on Wednesdays from MDH. Those have gotten pretty fun recently. The Bike Surgeon mountain bike rides on Wednesdays. Thursday Night Twilight. Saturday morning group rides from the shop. Hopefully there will be a and B group soon. So
Tuesday from DuQuoin.
Tuesday from DuQuoin.
Tuesday from DuQuoin. And lots and lots and lots of opportunities to ride. That Bike Center Illinois forum is great. That's where I got most of this ride data from. I would double check it because one of them was wrong, but it's good information, and it'd be cool if more people used it. I wish I just forgot about it. Like I was gonna start using it, and then I forgot about it.
Let's revive the Discord.
Yeah, we'll get the Discord going again. Could find out about all these cool events, but it's like I said, my brain gets scattered this time of year with like so many things going on. So thanks guys for listening. This has been a great podcast. I have really enjoyed it. The Bike Surgeon is always feels like our second. It's Gabe's first home. Always feels very welcoming to be here. Gabe, I know what it's like to work every Saturday because I did that for 2 years at the Postal Service, and I always got ticked. I was like, everybody's out having fun but me, and I'm delivering mail.
we do the Saturday morning ride, so I get to have some fun.
You get a little break from that. I forgot about this last Saturday. I was like, at 10 o'clock, I was like, why am I there? I just slept in and totally forgot about it. And I was
he's like, I should be doing something right now.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I should be riding.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's Saturday morning. I didn't go to the race or to the ride. Guys, have a good one. Thanks for listening. Email us. I'll put it in the description. I forgot to email, and we're always looking for sponsors. If anybody has a product they want to shill, we'll happily shill it for you. Probably not. Actually, I'd probably be like, that product sucks. Yeah. All right. See ya.
See ya.